It's a practice that's been around for thousands of years, but until recently, getting inked was still a major cultural taboo.
I mean, back in probably the 70s and things like that, they were more associated with criminals and sailors and whatnot. Well, that's what Mum says.
But as the massive crowds at the annual Australian Tattoo Expo reveal, that stigma is fading away. Today, 1 in 4 of us has at least one tat. And once you've taken the plunge, it's hard to resist getting more.
The moment that you get one, you've got to fill up the rest of the real estate.
One of my favourite bands, Motorhead, that's their logo. Ace of Spades is one of their songs. Bass Boss on the Knuckles, because I'm a bass player in a band. This is all Japanese inspired, because I did martial arts for 12 years. My wife's name snuck in there.
With modern tattoos often holding deep personal meanings, the pressure on artists like Brisbane's Cherie Buttons to meet clients' expectations can be intense.
You're kind of changing someone for the rest of their life, and you've got to really be dedicated to learning how to do everything in the right way. Everyone's skin's different, and you usually don't really know till you start tattooing. So tradies have very tough skin. They're in the sun all the time, or concreters, especially if you're doing like a guy's hand. Some people have really easy skin to tattoo where it's like you're almost not even trying to kind of like get the ink in. Everyone's very different, and it just comes with experience.
I'm certain when you are tattooing something that's really meaningful to someone, they share. What sorts of stories have you heard?
They might be getting a dedication piece for like their mum or their dad or something. Pets is a really big one. Sometimes there's people that have like escaped really bad situations at home and are maybe wanting to get a piece to like, I don't know, like a strength thing or just to make them feel good again. And yeah, it's really nice to be able to do like such vulnerable pieces for people. My main thing is making people feel comfortable and safe with me, and I just love that people can even trust me to mark their body forever.
I think having a tattoo makes you who you are from the experience that you've had in your past life or what you want your future to be.
And what's your favourite tattoo?
Probably my bird on my back.
And tell us about that piece.
My dad passed away, maybe it was 3 years ago now, so I saw a bird not long after the Christmas we didn't have him, and yeah, it's just kind of meaningful.
Studies show that getting a meaningful tattoo can have a significant positive impact on our mental health and self-esteem. But as more and more of us use ink to process challenging life experiences, Darwin artist Crooked Mike says tattooists have had to develop stronger support networks.
Having people break down while they're getting tattooed, like trying to explain what they want and what this means and that kind of thing, you're in such an intimate environment and like in someone's personal space, and it's got really hard to take that home with me. It's something that is spoken about between tattooers, like how overwhelming and not burdensome but heavy it can be as a client comes in and sort of puts their story on you and explaining what they want. You sort of take it to someone else to decompress, and like you sort of share the load a little bit just to make your days go easier and not have it twist you up inside as it twists up the client in coming for that little piece of healing.
What about love stories? Do you have any sort of couples coming in on their wedding day or something like that? Not so much. Okay.
Yeah, not so much. It's more heartbreak and yeah, healing and that kind of thing I've found.
So does that perhaps relate to the fact that tattoos are painful and the process of it physically?
Yeah, I definitely think so. It's like my DMs from clients. Right, I'm due for another therapy session. Constantly, it's therapy. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever found anyone responds negatively to your tattoos?
My mother. No, not really though. Like, obviously, yeah, Mum's like, it's your body, you gotta ruin it for life. And I'm like, yeah, but it's my body. So I guess that comes to this day and age where you're accepted for who you are. 15 years back, you kind of weren't. And I guess now that doesn't really matter what you do to yourself. If you're happy, then that's all that matters at the end of the day.